I'm continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. Right now, I'm continuing in 2 Samuel. This is chapter 10. David has now subdued all his enemies. He has expanded Israel's border to its largest extent ever, and the extent that God originally promised. And after getting rest from all these wars, he honored David and Saul by bringing Mephibosheth into his court and restoring to Mephibosheth the land of Saul. That has all happened. Now we get to chapter 10 of 2 Samuel. David's messengers are abused by Ammonites. Israel defeats Ammonites and Syrians. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will shew kindness unto Hanun the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. Now, of course, David had, a couple of years ago, subdued Ammon. They had fought. He has garrisons stationed in the land of Ammon. So when he says his father shewed kindness unto me, this is something big, because they were at war very recently. So maybe they weren't, well, it doesn't say they were at war. It just says he had garrisons there. It's almost like they made a treaty with Ammon. Instead of going to war with Ammon, like he did with most everybody else, he fought the Philistines, fought the Moabites, fought the Syrians, fought the Edomites. But there's no actual description of him fighting the Ammonites, I don't think. I don't recall. And so maybe they just made a league together. Yeah, there's no direct reference to him fighting the Ammonites. So apparently they just made a league together and they were friendly together. The king, Nahash was his name, right? Yeah, Nahash. He saw David as an upcoming power, didn't really want to fight him, and so he made a league with him, and he allowed David to put some garrisons among the men in his land, probably as a treaty to help defend Ammon from other people as well. So there seems to have been friendship between David and Nahash. Then Nahash dies, and David he sends his condolences to the funeral. That's what he's doing. Anyways, verse 3. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun, their lord, thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Hath not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city, and to spy it out, and to overthrow it? Wherefore Hanun took David's servants, and shaved off the one half of their beards, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. So this was a very humiliating thing to do. And I'll say, now, there is the possibility that this is not given in an exact chronological order. We've seen this happen before. That maybe in chapter 8, where it detailed all the conquests and how he subdued everybody, maybe this is just the story of how he subdued Ammon, that before that they were friendly, and now. But shaving the beard, remember, Israel wasn't allowed, they weren't, according to the law of Moses, they weren't supposed to shave the beard. So shaving half the beard off, this was a great sign of disrespect to Israel. And cutting the clothes off to leave them exposed. This was a great humiliation. And this was basically the Ammonite king Hanun declaring war on Israel. This was an act of war. So, verse 6. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Beth-Rehob and the Syrians of Zobah 20,000 footmen, and of King Maacah 1,000 men, and of Ishtab 12,000 men. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men, and the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering in of the gate. And the Syrians of Zobah and Rahab and Ishtab and Maacah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Abishai his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people, and for the cities of our God, and the Lord do that which seemeth him good. And Joab drew nigh, and the people that were with him, unto the battle against the Syrians, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, then fled they also before Abishai, and entered into the city. So Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together, and Hadarezer sent and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river. And they came to Helam, and Shobach, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, went before them. And when it was told David, he gathered all Israel together, and passed over Jordan, and came to Helam. And the Syrians set themselves in array against David, and fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel. And David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians, and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shobach, the captain of their host, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Hadarezer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel, and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon any more. I get the impression that this might have been actually before what we read in chapter 8. This is the inciting incident of all those conquests. Chapter 8 is just a catalog of conquests, and we're getting, well, maybe it's a second conquest, but we had Hadarezer in chapter 8, Hadarezer in chapter 10. But Hadarezer is the name of Hadadezer given in First Chronicles. So the chronology of these events is a little bit confusing. As I think that chapter 8 is just a catalog of conquests, and now this is kind of because in that conquest, he conquered Hadarezer and the Syrians of Damascus. And then it says he subdued Ammon. So maybe this is before the inciting incident to all this conquest was their mistreatment of David's messengers. Or it could also just be two different. Maybe when they fought Hadadezer the first time, they didn't kill him, and he just is joining Ammon in a rebellion against David. That is also possible. So, anyways, I'm going to leave that here. I believe that I will be returning to First Chronicles for another chapter before I continue in 2 Samuel. So I will see you there.